everybody. I know it's been a minute since I've done a shark shed video, and now that we're kind of transitioning from building the shark shed to actually doing other kinds of projects, I wanted to take a little bit of a break from my last few videos on the shark shed build to talk about this guy right here, which is my framing nailer. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I was doing the actual framing of the walls, I ended up having a problem with this thing, and instead of trying to fix it right there and then, mostly because I knew exactly what the issue was, I just went to Home Depot and bought one just like it, and then came home and finished the project. And in the meantime, I had ordered a new part to fix this thing, and it came in. And so today I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through what the problem was and then what I bought in order to get all of this stuff fixed. So basically what happened was, when I hook up air to this thing, I end up getting a major leak out of the top of this thing. Now it's got a port here that you can kind of move around depending on which way you want, because you don't want to sit there and have the air like slam your hat off. I did that a couple times in the videos. I actually showed it on one of the videos. And so you can move this thing around, but it shouldn't be leaking when you've got it hooked in. And unfortunately, right after I hit one of the nails, it was leaking and it was losing power, obviously because most of the pressure was escaping through the top. But I knew exactly what the problem was, and it's basically, I'm going to show you how to fix this real quick. I'm also going to talk about where you can get parts for things like this to get it fixed. I actually use a company called eReplacementParts.com. They're online. As long as you've got the manufacturer of whatever you're trying to fix and the model number and maybe the serial number, you can usually find parts for almost anything. My wife and I had the same washer and dryer for about I guess we had it for 23 years or so. And the reason why we kept it so long was because the older washer and dryers are pretty simple to fix. There's not a lot of parts to it. And I just kept ordering parts and fixing it. And finally, when we moved into this new house, we decided it was time to buy a new washer and dryer, and we gave ours away to a young couple that had just gotten married. So let me show you real quick how to fix this thing. It's not super complex, and then we can go from there. Now, I highly suggest that you use some gloves like these. I just like the black nitro gloves, not because you're going to do anything bad to your hands, but just because it gets pretty messy and greasy. There's a lot of grease in this. You should be oiling this thing every day that you use it. Now, for some of us who don't use it as heavily as, somebody that's in the construction field on a day-to-day basis, most guys that are working in construction, they will oil these things pretty quickly. It's pretty simple to do, and I'll show you that at the end. But yeah, let me show you real quick how to fix this. So you can use a hex bit. I like using these little bits on the end of my drill, and that way I can just get these things off pretty quickly. There are actually 4 screws right here, here, and here, and here. And then I will just take my drill and then just pop those screws off. And then I would use a little bit of a paper towel here, because these screws are pretty greasy as well. And alright, so this thing comes off completely just like that. And then this is the culprit. Now, you can see right here how this gasket has kind of come apart, and that's why it's leaking. So this thing actually just pops right off. You can get a good grip on it. Unfortunately, it's super greasy, but that will pop off just like that. And then we'll get our new part, which is in here. Like I said, all I had to do was get the serial number, and then they send us the brand new gasket. And then the new gasket, there is no real big orientation here because it just slides on. And then you just basically pop this new one on there just like that. And then it only goes on one way because it's rounded on one end, just like it is on that end. You put that on. Now it is under pressure, so you are gonna see it'll just want to pop back up. So you want to put that screw right back on there. And that's it. And then just get it cleaned up a little bit. Now, for oiling this thing, it's super simple. Now, this is pretty well oiled, so I don't think I need to put a whole lot more in here. Take your pneumatic oil here, and you're basically gonna just flip it over and then put a couple drops in the back, and then that's it. That's how you oil these things. Now, if I did everything right, which I think I did, we should be able to take our hose, plug it in, and no leaking. So it actually did exactly what it's supposed to do. All right, let's take this 2x4. That's it. Works perfectly as advertised. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole fix for this thing. So now it's good as new. Now I just need to figure out what to do with 2 framing nailers since I barely use the one. I'll just probably put it up on Facebook Marketplace or somewhere like that and see if anybody wants one. They cost about 120 bucks. This part cost me, I think it was like 8 bucks. And basically I've got a framing nail that's gonna last a very long time as long as I keep taking care of it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you like it, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to be notified of future videos, don't forget to hit that bell, and we'll see you on the next one. By the way, the next video, I'm probably going to start back on the shed. I've got 3 things that I'm going to work on. Organization, I need to build a ramp, and then I got to paint it, and then the shed will be completely done. So that's kind of the order. Probably have some other things going on. I've got several projects that I need to get done before November 11th, and I'll tell you a little bit about what November 11th means for me here pretty soon. Lots going on right now. Just got to get it all done. Talk to y'all later. Have a good week.